Look at your life. Really observe. How many choices have you made that were truly yours? Or did you simply follow the script that was given to you, head down, believing that the end of the story would be different? This structure you see around you wasn't built for you to win. It was designed to keep you in your position in the food chain, making you think it's okay to stay that way. You are the prey, and they make sure you stay in that role. It's much easier to control an animal that accepts the leash. Every bill you pay, every routine you repeat, every day you wake up to live exactly like yesterday is you sinking deeper into your condition as prey, giving in more and more. And I know part of you is tired of hearing that you need to adapt, mold yourself, fit in. Because deep down, you know the truth is the opposite of that. The true essence of life is to impose yourself, to be the wolf, to be the force that everyone fears to encounter. So if you don't stand up now, when are you going to do it? This is the moment where you decide. Either you continue ignoring your wants, believing that comfort is the answer, or you wake up, and those who awaken understand that there is no longer space to live as a victim. Don't fool yourself. Life isn't about being a bully or dominating by physical strength. Being a predator is understanding that there is no room for those who wait to be saved. When you stop seeking approval and stop asking for permission to be who you want to be, that's when the dynamic changes. You need to shed the lamb's skin. Stop thinking like someone who waits for a license. Since you were little, you've been conditioned to obey, to do the right thing. But no one told you that this right thing was built to keep you in an invisible cage. They want you to stay there, comfortable, satisfied with the little they offer you. That's why so many people never escape. They accepted that cage as their home. I'm not saying it's easy. The system is designed to crush you. They distract you with promises of safety, stability, and a comfortable life. But all of this is a smokescreen. You know it. You feel it. Deep down, you understand that you will never find peace in passivity. You will never go anywhere if you're not the one taking the wheel. The choice is yours. Live according to their rules or create your own rules. You're not here to hide behind excuses. Either you hunt or you are hunted. This is clear and straightforward. You want to be the predator, but you need to acknowledge that everything you've been taught was meant to keep you in place. Since you were little, you've been molded to feel fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being accepted. And this fear, nurtured like a plant, grows inside you until it becomes a barrier, an invisible cage that limits every movement you make. The trick is clear. Fear controls. Society uses fear to make you obedient, to make you do what they expect of you. When you are afraid, you stop taking risks. And if you don't take risks, you don't challenge anyone. That's exactly what they want. They need you to be afraid, to be the prey, to accept a place of inferiority, while they sell you an illusion of safety. A true predator, on the other hand, doesn't retreat in the face of fear. He uses it. He knows that fear is part of the process. It's the instinct that alerts you to risk. And instead of fleeing, he faces it. True power lies in overcoming that fear, in turning it into momentum. That's how the predator acts. There isn't a single predator that reaches the top without facing and confronting risk head-on. Fear of rejection, of failure, of being alone? Great. That fear is a challenge, a test of how many bonds you are willing to break in pursuit of a life without mediocrity. You can choose to cling to that anchor and sink with it, or cut the rope and swim towards what truly matters. The world will continue to try to intimidate you because fear is the weapon that keeps the herd docile. But if you aim to be more than that, if you want to be the one who dominates, you need to choose, once and for all, to leave that fear behind. Taking control of your life means understanding that you are responsible for your choices. There is no savior coming to rescue you. That moment when you decide to stop waiting for someone to take the lead and start acting is when you truly begin to take the reins of your own story. Every decision, every move should be made with the intention of propelling you forward. And that means focusing on what truly matters, making choices that challenge you, that push you out of your comfort zone. Most people settle for following the paths already made, but those paths lead nowhere significant. They lead to a predictable, comfortable, tasteless place. Meanwhile, those who dare to explore the unknown, to create their own paths, are the ones who truly leave a mark. You need to understand that life is a game, and you must become the player, not the piece. Don't be the discarded card that everyone ignores. If you don't enter the game, someone will enter for you, and you will end up as a pawn in someone else's hand. When you take control, it's vital to understand the power of action. It's not thought that transforms the world, it's action. To change your reality, you must act. This means doing what needs to be done, even when the situation is challenging or uncertain. The true predator doesn't wait for the right moment. He creates the moment. This is the difference between being a passive participant and an active creator. When you decide not to settle for what is given to you, you'll be surprised at what you can achieve. Don't be afraid of failure. Be afraid of not trying. And yes, it's a path full of obstacles. Every step may feel like a battle, but it's in that struggle that you define yourself. Every mistake, every fall is an opportunity to learn, to rise stronger. Don't let the idea of failure paralyze you. Understand that failure is just a turning point, a lesson. The true predator recognizes this and moves forward. When you refuse to be defeated, that's when you truly rise. And that is what differentiates those who merely exist from those who truly live. Look at those around you. Most of these people are lost, walking in circles, accepting the life that was given to them. But you don't have to be like that. You can be different. You can choose to do something that matters. The choice to be the predator doesn't come without sacrifices. It means giving up comforts, leaving behind what is safe and comfortable. It's launching yourself into uncertainty, into risk, into adventure. And it's this freedom that brings unparalleled satisfaction. Be the creator of your own narrative. Write your own script. And if necessary, tear down what is already established and forge your own path. When you start to act, you become a force of nature. And, over time, what was once a struggle transforms into momentum. This transformation isn't instantaneous. It takes time, but patience is part of the process. The roots you plant today will bear fruit tomorrow. And by cultivating the courage to be the predator, you will discover how strong you are, how much you can achieve. So, don't be intimidated. Life is a battlefield, and you have the most powerful weapon: choice. Choose to be the predator. Choose to act. Choose to be who you truly want to be. And when you do this, you not only change your life, you change the lives of everyone around you. Because by being a predator, you become an example, a beacon of possibilities. And this, my friend, is where true freedom lies. Now, let's talk about resistance. about the traps that the system has set to keep you stuck in your comfort zone. You know that life isn't just made of good moments, right? The reality is that the world wants you to accept the role of a spectator, someone who watches life go by, and that is a deadly trap. Resistance is like a poison that creeps in slowly, subtly, and what you need to understand is that this isn't an accident. It's a system designed to make you doubt yourself, to make you feel small. The people around you will try to pull you down, not because they are evil, but because they know nothing beyond this cycle of acceptance and conformity. They don't understand that you are rising to be the predator, and that may generate discomfort. Resistance wants you to believe that change is impossible, that the struggle is futile, and often, the most convincing voice in this battle is your own inner voice, echoing those lies, those doubts. And this is where you must be cunning. You need to recognize that resistance is an intrinsic part of the process. It will show up, and if you don't confront it head-on, it will divert you from your path. When you begin to fight back, when you refuse to be fooled by inertia, that's when resistance enters the scene with all its might. The first thing you will feel is hesitation. It will whisper that you aren't good enough, that you don't have what it takes. This is the crucial moment. You can give in and go back to hiding, or you can push forward and break down the wall that stands between you and your potential. What you need to understand is that overcoming resistance is what distinguishes those who achieve from those who remain stuck. In this battle, persistence is key. Keep your focus. When you feel that wave of self-doubt rising, that's your cue to act. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because it will never arrive. The best time to start is now. Don't give resistance the chance to sap your will. Every moment you hesitate is a moment stolen from your life. So, take control. Make your voice heard. And when you face resistance, remember that it's a sign that you're on the right track. If you weren't making progress, resistance wouldn't care. It's precisely because you're threatening the status quo that it tries to hold you back. Recognize this as a badge of honor. You're fighting for something greater than yourself. You're taking the reins of your existence. The path will not be smooth, and obstacles will emerge. But every obstacle is an opportunity for growth. Each time you break through a barrier, you expand your territory, you increase your strength. The predator knows that the key to survival is evolution. You can't remain stagnant. You must adapt, grow, and learn. Every challenge you face will shape you into a stronger version of yourself. And every time you rise after a fall, you send a powerful message. You will not be defeated. And at the end of the day, it all comes down to this. You have the power to choose how your story unfolds. You can either be the prey, waiting for something to change, or you can be the predator, taking control of your fate. The choice is yours, and it starts right now.